Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back with another community replay. This one sent in by none other than PG Rapids himself. If you guys aren't familiar with PG Rapids, he has a YouTube channel. A lot of the videos that he posts on his YouTube channels are meme videos where he gets a bunch of clips of torpedo beats, dev strikes, all the good things that you guys love. Puts them together in a nice compilation. It's fantastic. Dude does an amazing job. Definitely gotta check him out if you haven't already. Now, he's in his Bart, and we're on Greece, which means we don't really need to go anywhere yet. Now, Greece is one of those maps, okay, especially as a battleship captain. Greece is one of those maps. It's small, so you don't have to really charge forward to control the map. Now, this isn't meaning that you need to stay in the back the entire game, okay? Don't take this the wrong way, folks, okay? I'm just saying that you don't always have to rush straight ahead in a map like this. You can take the shots that the enemy gives you, like these broadside battleships turning away. This is what you want to avoid if you're on these small maps in a big, fat, slow battleship, is going broadside. Now, he gets a Citadel right off the bat on the Roma. Broadside Roma is going to be just the juiciest target ever. I mean, there's a bunch of battleships that are really juicy broadside. You got a broadside Scharnhorst giving it to you, too. Notice he already used his first reload booster, too. So keep that in mind. Now, he didn't get any more Citadels, but he still got some pretty good damage. And got another big hit there on the Scharnhorst that was broadside. Roma turned away, saving himself from potentially more Citadels. But then the Wichita comes out, broadside on. It's like these guys don't pay attention to the map whatsoever. Like, he has not moved. Now, it is turning in, but he still does manage to catch him with a Citadel. Probably the only reason he caught him with a Citadel there is because he actually turned in, making his armor a little thicker. But, yeah. He goes back to being broadside. He's not going to get a good shot, so he goes back to shooting at the Roma here. But people have got to be more aware of their surroundings. The enemy team that you're about to watch, this enemy team is probably the most complacent, completely oblivious team that I've ever seen. Okay? Now notice PG Rapids is no longer sitting in the back. He used it while he could, and now he's pushing forward. And because he's pushing forward, he's got crossfires over these mountains at the right side of the map that he wouldn't have had otherwise. Okay, so watch he's looking at the Scharnhorst, he measures him out. Might be a little short on that shot, if you ask me. And, yeah, he gets a couple hits, but not a whole lot. A couple overpins. But now he's looking at Nagato over there. Nagato keeps popping in and out of existence because that wasn't fixed, even though they said it was fixed. Like, it never actually changed. But he's going to get a good shot here at the Nagato, who's sailing away, kind of. It's not quite flat broadside. Still should be a pretty juicy target, and he does get a pretty mediocre hit. Only 2 hits, 1 overpin, 1 penetration. Knocked out one of his guns temporarily. But he's going to try to use it again. And is he going to get a better hit this time? Hello, cruiser. What are you doing? Flint, can you move? Wait for it. There it is. That's a better hit. Got 4 hits that time, 3 of which did damage, 1 of which shattered. Now, Roma is, again, the most complacent people on the planet are on this enemy team. Now, Jervis comes out. He's taken the right choice here. He's got a chance to shoot a destroyer. Absolutely shoot the destroyer. Period. End of story. Gets the kill. The kid was shooting at him as well. The destroyer on his team was shooting at him. But these guys are all just sitting here broadside. Roma is charging down a kid. He's trying to finish him off, so I don't really blame the Roma here. But then he does the one thing that you cannot do in a battleship. You're broadside to a freaking battleship. What are you doing? You can't do this. You know that he's here. He's spotted. He uses his reload booster, and yeah, absolutely punches him for this one. And somebody's going to yoink this kill, I believe. Oh, yeah. There goes. Flint manages to yoink it just in time. But just remember that at the end when you look at how many kills he ends up with. Okay? Let's just keep that in mind. His team wasn't exactly being the best team either. But you'll see that in a moment, too. But he's got all the broadside targets he could ever ask for right now. He has managed to put himself in position. He's helping to capture this base. He's got the Wichita, probably. I want to say it's Wichita that he shot earlier in Citadel, right around the corner. Sure enough, it is. This Wichita's crapping his pants right now. He's got nothing he can do about this, and down he goes. But after dealing with that minor inconvenience, he goes back to shooting at juicy broadside targets of battleships. This is where the Jean Bart is absolutely disgusting. Okay, you cannot go broadside to a Jean Bart. Those French magic bullets, I talk about them all the time for a reason. They are disgustingly good at finding citadels. They're not the most accurate shells in the world, as we've already showcased. And you can see he's getting a little frustrated. There he gets his high caliber. Got 2 penetrations, 1 overpin. But, yeah, you can see he gets a little frustrated in this match. And it shows by the way he starts spamming chat in a moment. You'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm glad to see I'm not the only one, right? I'm not the only one who gets frustrated playing World Warships. I'm just the only one who's vocal about it. Now, he did manage to Citadel that Colorado that time, which is nice. He's about to be loaded again. He's got another broadside Colorado, thinking if anything that the other Colorado could do, he can do better, because he doesn't have a mountain between him. Look at all these broadside targets. You got 2 full health broadside Colorados. That last shot may have been on the Nagato, sorry. But these 2 broadside Colorados are absolutely begging for it. And nah, it was less than ideal. Less than ideal. But he's at 160,000 damage, and there is still plenty of HP to be had here. Plenty of damage to be getting. And this shot looks pretty solid. And sure enough, manages to smash him for 13,000 damage. And get another Citadel. He's up to 5 Citadels in this one. You'd think people would stop sailing broadside to him. But, I mean, if it worked once, it can work again, right, folks? I mean, clearly he survived the last shot. And only by RNG does he manage to survive this shot. But he does manage to take another Citadel and hit him for another 18,000 damage. It's just racking up the damage so fast, and that is one thing that is absolutely disgusting about the Jean Bart. You get the reload on this thing down to about 20 seconds. Yeah, he's got it at 19 seconds. Okay, so you get the reload. That means he's not using the Megalomania perk, I think. I think he's using the other one, but yeah, it could just come down to he's not using Scharnhorst. He's using Madden as his second inspiration on his commander. I use Scharnhorst for the extra accuracy. But you do miss out a little bit on that reload. But he's not having any issues with accuracy. His accuracy's been pretty well on point. At least one of the rounds from every salvo he fired, it seems like, managed to find a Citadel. And he's at 8 Citadels. Can he get another? I mean, Nagato's just sitting there broadside. Now, Nagato is firing HE. He's already burned his damage con. He's 47 seconds away from getting another one. And, of course, as he kills the Nagato, he manages to get double fired. So he's spamming the Helena here, trying to get his teammates to shoot this Helena. Personally, I would just shoot the Helena and get rid of him. Like, I don't rely on teammates because they are the absolute most useless people on the planet when you need them to do something. Now, he does overpin the Helena with 3 shells, and then he goes back, instead of shooting the Helena and finishing him off, goes back to some more damage chasing here. And I don't have a problem with damage chasing as long as you win the match and do all the things, okay? Damage chasing's perfectly fine as long as it doesn't cost you the match. And this one could have. You've got a fire starter off on your right side. People aren't shooting him. Now, luckily the Jervis on his team manages to finish him off to help him out a little bit. And now he's got a Akatsuki right off in front of him. Now, why would an Akatsuki get spotted at 6 kilometers, guys? First of all, he's got terrible dispersion, or terrible concealment on an Akatsuki to be spotted at 6 kilometers. So this player obviously has no idea what they're doing. And there's all the torpedoes, so that reaffirms the fact that this guy has no idea what he's doing. A slight change of course allows him to completely evade all of these torpedoes, surviving a little longer. And because of that, he doesn't even shoot at the Akatsuki here. He goes ahead, finishes off the Colorado. He's got another Colorado on his left that he's got to worry about. And he is going to completely disrespect this Akatsuki. Now, this could backfire. Now, I understand what he's doing. He's going to go try to kill this Colorado, get rid of him, right? Get him off the board. But you're leaving a destroyer alive, and it's an Akatsuki. That's 9 Japanese big-hitting torpedoes that could easily, even with a bad player, find their way to you and kill you. So I don't know if I agree with this particular play, but it ends up working out in his favor. Now, we can also get another little key on the build that he's using by the fact that he's not actually running the guaranteed acquisition in the slot 3 of the equipment. What is it called? I forget. But anyway, he doesn't have 3-kilometer guaranteed acquisition. Know how I know? Because he's within 3 kilometers of this frickin' Akatsuki and he's not spotted in his smoke screen. He manages to get his torpedoes off because of it, but again, this player has already demonstrated they're not the greatest. And he manages to easily dodge those, and this one is going to be death. HE from this close, beautiful. Absolutely banger of a game from PG Rapids. Again, make sure you guys go check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you like to laugh, if you like the meme videos. 298,000 damage, Confederate high caliber, Dev Strike Kraken Unleashed, and 4,458 base XP with 6 kills. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.